Adrian, can you keep an eye out? If anybody's not ready, just let us know. We'll go on in 2 minutes. What I'm going to focus on today, and it's a similar stuff before, and I'll talk you through it, is the hang. You want to be really driving that section, keeping your shoulders in front of your hips for as long as possible through the drive phase. If you're doing this, you're using weak muscles. So try and get there as long as possible and then open up. And there's going to be a lot of hang. And then from this point, hands away, shoulders in front of your hips before you come forward. So they're the 2 cues I'm going to be trying to repeat as we go through. Adrian, how are we for time?
About 1.5 minutes left.
Oh, really? Will our monitors last that long?
Maybe not. We might have to start a little bit early.
Okay. Well, hopefully everyone's all right with that. Adrian, do you want to call us off in 30 seconds or something?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. All right, folks. So hopefully that's helpful for you. As I said before, if you're serious training and you're really trying to give this a nudge, you probably want to be doing this first set at about 10 seconds over your 2K split, and then we'll talk about the next one afterwards. If you're working on technique and probably taking it a bit easy, and that I'm going to fall to that category tonight, probably 12 to 13 seconds over your 2K split. Yep, enjoy it. That's the main thing. And we'll keep a little bit of chat going, certainly in this first one, less so in the next 2 or 3. All right, Adrian, in your hands, I guess.
Okay, so we'll be starting in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. First piece is 10 minutes at 24.
Just trying to find your tempo here early. Standing in on it.
Now just try and relax and move with the flywheel as much as you can. Relax on the recovery. Listen to the flywheel.
We talked last week about keeping the handle in the fingertips totally loose. Find every muscle that isn't pushing should be taking it easy.
Just this next 30 seconds, think about relaxing your shoulders and your neck muscles all the way through the recovery, but also at the beginning of the drive. Try not to tense up any muscles that aren't actually helping move the flywheel.
So 2 minutes in a bit of a rhythm now. So let's have our first proper check on technique. Off the back, really visualize that rock over, shoulders in front of your hips. And then at the front, it's all about keeping the leg drive. Keeping your shoulders, again, in front of your hips for as long as possible. A good way to do that is to have a mental image of the seat and the handle moving at exactly the same speed at the same time. Because if you think about that, if you're doing that, the only thing that's working is your legs. Maybe we'll go through a minute with eyes closed in a moment for those who want to do it. Try and visualize a couple of those things.
Coming up to the 4-minute mark. So if you want to have the eyes closed during the next minute, go now. Think about how it feels. Think about leaving the handle out in front of you as long as you can. Okay, eyes open again. You're halfway through the piece. Now
I love that eyes closed drill.
Now you can think about feeling suspended between the handle and the footboard. Quite easy to get that at the beginning of the drive. See if you can take that suspension into the second half of the drive. And to do that, you've got to keep the arms long and straight and loose, as long as you can. You will lose the suspension once you start bending the arms.
The longer you keep your shoulders in front of your hips, the longer that suspension will hold.
Good.
I'm
So that
starting to blow here.
That one focus has taken us up to the last 4 minutes. Let's do it again through this one. Keeping the shoulders in front of the hips as long as you can. Good.
Adrian, as we come into the next minute, let's have a focus on just sitting up a little more. Opening the chest up, letting the air get into the lungs. My lungs are asking for some more air. I suspect yours might be too. Let them have it.
Okay, so we're going to be thinking about floating over the knees and not down onto them. This minute, go. Heads up, looking up over the monitor. Think about a piece of string pulling you up towards the ceiling. And you keep the shoulders down away from the head and the neck and the ears. Keep the shoulders down and the head up. Looking up over the monitor and you're floating over the legs. You want plenty of room for your chest to expand and get big lungful of air in. Last 2 minutes. Stay loose. Keep it consistent.
If you're targeting a split here, now's the time to get controlled aggression into your drive. Just through focus, just push the legs harder. Keep on 24, just drive.
Coming into the last minute, that's going to be the last 24 strokes, starting now. Each one long, one piece. Keep that rhythm at 24. Good, well done. Together now this last half minute, pushing the legs.
Long spine, lots of hang.
Think about that strong posture at the front end, these last few strokes. Light, paddle light. 3 minutes off. Well done, everyone. Great start.
Good set, guys. Good set. Keep moving if you can, just up and down. Sit up nice and tall on those two seat bones. Imagine you're sitting on a particularly precarious bar stool. Let lungs get the air in. All right, so that's set it up nicely. Everything knows they're now at a party. Now your favourite song's about to come up on the radio, on the music. So we're gonna, this next one is rate 30, but you know, it's rate 30, you should try and keep that. But if you want to just test yourself, you're feeling good and you want to just see what you can do, have a go. You know, it's a minute. We'll do a rolling start into it. So see what you can do. Obviously, if you're on a program, you're trying to keep it something controlled, this is probably 2K split minus 2 or 3. And it's 30 strokes, so it's very achievable. And when I'm trying to trick myself, I go, this is 1 minute with 6 minutes rest. Anyone can do that. How's everyone feeling? Give a thumbs up or thumbs down to Adrian. Hopefully feeling strong.
There's a few thumbs up. Good.
Any thumbs down, Adrian? They're the ones I'm worried about.
Yeah, I didn't see any.
Don't tell me good news. Tell me bad news. I want to help the people who are struggling, not...
No, I think everyone's good so far.
That's what we like. All right, 30 seconds. Okay, so this is a bit of a blast, guys. Really enjoy this. It's not long enough to hurt. It's just long enough to feel how powerful you can be. So, you know, for those of you who are going to blow the doors down, good luck to you. I want to see it. Share your PBs afterwards.
Okay, everyone, we're starting in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 1 minute at 30. Think about really building some length now with compression. That's it, getting right over the feet at the front end. And keep the shoulders relaxed so you begin the drive with the legs. On this one. Good. So try to keep the body in front of the seat as long as you can. And then a really strong acceleration of the back against the legs at the end of the drive. On this one. Good, that's great. Down. If you can, just keep the legs moving a little bit.
So what percentage are feeling good after that one, Ade? How many thumbs up are we getting this time?
Yeah, we're getting 1 or 2. I'm not looking at the full group, but
yeah,
let's have a look.
I reckon it's worthwhile remembering. Like, I don't know, I've been thinking about this a bit myself lately. Obviously, you do every session, you try to, you know, get maximum value out of it, but you also want to be a bit realistic. You're not going to PB every time, and you shouldn't try to, really, because if you are, you're just going to go stale. So it's worthwhile remembering that, you know, I was talking about, you know, go for your PB and whatever then, but I certainly wasn't. I'm certainly just trying to, you know, enjoy it. I am enjoying it, but you know, you should think about what you're trying to achieve necessarily every session, but just recognize that some sessions you're going to feel good, some sessions you're going to feel less good. Sometimes you're building up things, sometimes you're not. But it all comes back to listen to how you feel, because the most important thing is that you're keen to go and do the next session, basically. So if you don't enjoy it, change what you're doing. But hopefully everyone's enjoying it. So this one's a bit harder, lower rate, but 3 minutes. The hang gets really important here. And if you can, you know, get your hands away quickly and get to this position, set yourself up and really explode out of the catch. You know, you place and drive, but really give it lots of acceleration through the middle, and then open up here, and you'll see your split drop, and your rate will be easy to hold. And it's a tempo. Just get into that tempo. You'll feel great for the first 45 seconds. The next 45 will start to hurt, but at that point, just remember, keep it bright, keep it moving, get your, you know, lengthen your spine. Think of Adrian's string pulling your head up, get the air in, and then that second you'll come through again, and you'll feel strong for the last minute and a quarter or so.
Right, this next piece is 3 minutes at 28, and we're starting in 20 seconds.
All right, folks, enjoy this.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 3 minutes at 28. They need to be quite lively, with commitment on the legs. Okay, the second half minute, we're going to really think about hanging off the handle and using the body weight. Go. See how long you can keep your arms straight for. You want to be using those big muscles in your back, your glutes, your quads. Use all the big muscle groups first. You're into the second minute already. This is where we got to push on. Mental commitment, determination. Keep it bright. Good, well done. Stay on it for this next 30 seconds, hanging off the handles. Keep the arms loose. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed at the front end. Good job, well done. That's great. We're now into the last minute. So we're now just going to focus on the leg drive and relax the shoulders. Go. Try and keep the shoulders down, away from the ears at the front end. Last half minute, 14 strokes. Now the last 10. Think about the legs and then the backs against the legs. On this one. That's it. Looking up over the monitor. Strong posture at the front end. Down. Paddle long. Well done, everyone. Well done.
Oh, I'm feeling it now, Adrian.
Well, if it's any consolation, I'm sure you're not alone. Everyone's feeling it with you.
Yeah. One of the joys of these sessions.
We've got almost enough for 4/8, so we can do some side-by-side paddling in this last piece.
Yeah.
Great work.
This last
so
one's
far,
a real
everyone.
test of mental strength, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you're going to keep it bright. You probably want to accept you're going to drop 2 or maybe 3 seconds on the split. That's fine. But really think here as you get tired, try and trick your brain into saying, I'm tired, but if I hold my technique, my split will hold and I'll be fine. And just start chunking out in little pieces, you know, get the next 150 meters in, get the next 25 seconds in, and it'll just chew away at it. It's attritional. Have you got a race in mind, Adrian, that you can walk us through for this?
I think just choose whatever venue you want to be at, which is going to take you 6 minutes to get from start to finish. So you could be in a record-breaking 8 at Henley, or you could be racing at Nottingham or at Lucerne, or any of the 2K basins all over the world. You could even be back in Tokyo. You got a minute to choose where you want to be.
I can't remember the name of the river, but
the way that you want to go through this race. Well, it's not race, the piece.
I can't remember the name of the river. It may well be the Whanganui, what spelt Wanganui River in Whanganui in the North Island, New Zealand. Sorry, the South Island, New Zealand. There's about a 10-kilometre-an-hour flow,
Wow.
usually filled with floating animals of various descriptions. and when I was there, very fast young New Zealand 8s.
Right, guys, we're going to have to get ready. Sorry, spot. Dixie.
That's right, mate. I'm in a reverie.
10 seconds to go. Last piece is 6 minutes, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right now,
enjoy this, guys.
This one.
Enjoy
it's
this.
The last piece. 6 minutes at 26. Okay, so now let's get into that rhythm with a stretch off the back end on this one. And relax. Really relax on the recovery. Onto the feet. We're doing a 6 minute 2K piece and we're going through the 250 meter mark now. So you're in the second 250 and we're thinking about that rhythm at 26. Creating the rhythm with spring off the feet, speed through the work to give you time onto the feet again on the recovery. 1 minute gone already. Relax on the recovery. Just think about being dynamic to maintain the rate. Going through the 500 meter mark, we're now in the second 500, second quarter. Use your rhythm now to sustain you through the next minute and a half. Your rhythm. Our rhythm. Feel all the energy from everybody else with you. Two minutes gone. We're in the leading 8. You've got 3 other boats beside you. At the moment, we're leading the pack. We're 2 seats up. Everyone's striking 26. It's gone through the 750. Stretching off the back end, get the body ahead of the seat. Coming towards the 1,000 meter point. This is where we want to be looking at the splits. Pushing that split down in the third quarter. Here we go at 26. Leg drive now. We're still 2 seats up, but one of those crews beside us is really pushing. We want to hold them off by staying on 26 and rowing longer than they are. So I want you to reach right out off the back end on this one. Good. Compress the legs. Getting right out over the feet at the front end. Yeah, well done. Coming towards the last 750. Into that now. We're now only 1 seat up. We're still on 26. I'm going to call for a pressure change, but not yet. I'm going to leave it as long as I can. It's going to be a big move, and you're only going to be able to do it once. Under 2 minutes left. Stay on 26. Keep that length at the front end. Well done, everyone. We're coming up to the last 500 meters. We're 1 seat up, and now we push. On the legs. Now go. And you see it and feel it. Leg drive. Good, well done. We're moving away from that boat that was catching us. We're back to 2 seats up. Coming into the last minute. 26 more strokes. Last 20, next 10 on the legs. Again, go. Push the legs down. Push the legs down. Yep, hanging off it at the front end. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed. Even now, last 30 seconds. And this is the last 10 strokes. Take it home. Go. Legs and backs. Hang off the handle and drive the body weight back. 2 seats up. Last 2 strokes. Down. Well done, everyone. Brilliant. Super commitment. Great job.
Guys, keep moving if you can. Just moving up and down on the slide. Lengthen the spine. Just keep the body moving. Doesn't really matter what you're doing. Just don't slump like I just did.
And keep the legs moving. It'll help get the lactate out of the muscles. That's the reason for doing it.
As you get through about 30 seconds of this rest, try and get, if you can, both hands back on the handle. Try and do a semblance of a stroke. 8-star fact, you can take your feet out of the straps. It's a good time to do it. Just do this warm down with your feet out. Let's just paddle it through to 3 minutes, then we have a bit of a chat. See how you found it. If you're still rowing, let's have one last check of those checkpoints. Hands away from there, hang through there, loose fingers. I think Adrian talked about playing the piano. Do that with your fingers. The long spine, letting the air into the lungs. Just nudging it along.
Now's a really good time to really think about hanging off the handle and using your body weight so that you're moving the handle with the minimum amount of effort.
One more stroke to me. And we're done. Thanks, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I do. It's really motivating to have other people working with you, for me.
Good session, David. Thank you.